My brothers and sisters, hear me, for there is a new gospel spreading through the earth, and it is not of God. It tells you to look within, to worship yourself, and to bow before your own desires. But this is not enlightenment. It is the oldest lie ever told. It is the whisper that echoed through Eden. You shall be as gods. Before there were empires, before there were nations, there was pride. The first rebellion was not fought with swords, but with ambition. Lucifer, the brightest among angels, looked upon his own beauty and said, I will ascend above the stars of God. I will make myself like the Most High. And from that moment, heaven itself divided. The creature wanted to be the creator. This was the first sin, the original corruption, the blueprint for every act of defiance against the divine order that would follow. It was the birth of self-worship, the placing of the self on a throne that belongs only to God. Think of it, an act of pure will, a declaration of independence from the very source of existence. This rebellion wasn't just a political coup, it was a spiritual schism that fractured reality itself, introducing darkness where there was only light. Now, look around you. The same serpent's voice speaks again knowingly. This time, it wears the language of self-help and pop psychology. You are enough. Follow your truth. Manifest your destiny. It sounds innocent, even empowering, doesn't it? But beneath those words lies that same ancient rebellion, the dethroning of God in the human heart. We are told that humility is weakness, that reverence is outdated, and that submission to a divine order is oppression. The world screams at you to be the captain of your own ship, the master of your own fate, the god of your own small universe. Every advertisement, every influence, every trending philosophy seems to reinforce this idea that you are the center, that your happiness is the ultimate goal, and that your desires are sacred commands. Yet every kingdom that forgets its king crumbles from within. This modern gospel of the self is a gilded cage, promising freedom while enslaving the soul to its own fleeting whims and insatiable ego. It's Lucifer's marketing campaign, repackaged for a new generation. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young artist, a man gifted beyond measure. His hands could capture light on canvas. His brushstrokes could make stone weep. At first, he believed his talent was a divine gift, a channel through which heavenly beauty could flow into the world. But slowly, subtly, he began to worship the gift instead of the giver. He painted his own face into the image of every saint, every angel, every savior, convinced that the genius he possessed originated from within himself. When fame came, he stood before crowds and declared, I am my own light. I am the source of this creation. And though the world applauded his audacity, his soul withered in a profound, echoing silence. For he had built a magnificent cathedral to himself and found it utterly empty. The halls were cold, the stained glass windows reflected only his own lonely face. So it is with a generation that bows before mirrors instead of altars. We are building monuments to our own egos, only to discover that they are tombs, not temples. The self, when it becomes an idol, is a demanding and merciless God. It consumes everything and gives nothing back but a deeper emptiness. True greatness was never born of pride, but of surrender. Think of the most profound figures in sacred history. They did not ascend by climbing over others, but by bowing low. The Son of God himself, the only being in all of existence, truly worthy of worship, did not come to be served, but to serve. He washed the dirt from the feet of fishermen. He touched the lepers whom society had cast out. He ate with sinners. His entire life was an act of kenosis, of self-emptying. He said, whoever exalts himself will be humbled. and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. This is the great paradox of the spiritual life. Pride builds towers of Babel, reaching for the heavens in arrogance, only to be scattered and confused. Love, in its humility, builds eternal kingdoms founded on service and communion. The devil's strategy has never changed, and his marketing. He still promises godhood, but delivers only dust and ashes. He tempts us to build our own kingdom on the sand of our ego, knowing full well the tide of eternity will wash it all away. So I ask you, humbly but urgently, who sits upon the throne of your heart? Is it the eternal, unchanging God, the creator of the heavens and the earth? Or is it the fickle, demanding, and ultimately finite self? When you look in the mirror in the morning, do you see a creation, fearfully and wonderfully made, reflecting the glory of its maker? Or do you see a creator, a small God demanding tribute from the world? Do you seek glory, which is temporary and belongs to men? Or do you seek grace, which is eternal and flows from God? Be honest with yourself in the quiet of your own soul. The answer to this question determines your ultimate destiny. For it is written, "Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." There is no true, lasting light in self-worship, only the faint, cold glow of a dying star, a black hole of vanity collapsing in on itself. Return to the source. Return to the fount of all being. Bow before the one who gave breath to your soul and numbered the hairs on your head. The path to true life is not found in ascending the throne of your own heart, but in kneeling before the one who rightly occupies it. It is in the act of surrender that we find our true strength. It is in giving up our claim to divinity that we finally experience the divine. For only when you stop worshipping yourself will you finally be able to see God. Only when you empty your hands of your own self-made idols will they be free to receive the true and lasting gifts of heaven. If this message stirred something deep within you, if it resonated in a place that the world rarely touches, then please share it with someone who might need to hear it. Like this video to help the message reach further, and comment with your thoughts and reflections below. Subscribe to our channel not just for more content, but for more of these conversations that call the soul back home. You are watching Sacred Secrets, where truth is not invented, it is revealed. Thank you for listening.